The leader's job, therefore, is to create enough structure, enough control, enough thing to make sure people know what they're trying to do. So, in fact, Lean Sigma, Sigma, all those things are about getting people to understand the impact of their action. What is the information value? Why should we need that information? Do we not need it? All of that is all about structure. But we also need creativity if you're going to innovate and do new things. It doesn't have to be radical creativity. It could be adaptive, step-by-step creativity. Most successful bands repeat themselves. Anyone like Oasis here? The Beatles? The Rolling Stones? U2? But they've all repeated themselves. They've got a formula, they repeated it, and they've managed to keep their audience. They haven't. U2 haven't gone into jazz fusion. The Rolling Stones have not done reggae, generally speaking, have they? So they've kept to a formula. Now that's quite good, but sometimes you need to modify the formula. We'll come on to that later. So you need both, and you need to bring those into harmony. Who would have thought that Wikipedia existed many years ago, where they said, well, we're going to give this stuff away and we're going to get the customers to do it for us, and then we won't pay them. That's bringing the whole thing together. Making your strategy, your customers delivering your strategy for you. So that really is the end of the serious academic part of the evening. So thank you very much. We now need to move on to looking at this whole thing through a slightly different lens. Who has been in a play where they've sort of improvised in some way on stage or done something like that? Or who has actually jammed? We know that you have, because you just had. Others, yeah. You don't need to understand jamming to get this, because there's no musical theory here, but it's the same deal. There's a score, there's a degree of improvisation, and hopefully there's an audience that watch. People who are musicians who jam, they learn on the job. They don't send a memo. There isn't a kind of process map for the drummer telling the rest of the band that we're going to change tempo. Mainly because drummers can't actually read. Any drummers here? Too late. That's a bad musician joke. And there's that dirty word. They use emotional intelligence. Great leaders aren't just completely living in their own head, self-absorbed. They're paying attention to what's going on. They get out on the ground and say, well, have we got this wrong? You know, great leadership is checking in with other people. Bad leadership probably is becoming so, what's the management word for this? Up yourself, that you fail to notice that the market doesn't want what you're doing anymore. And I think up yourselfness happens a lot in the rock business. It can happen in boardrooms, I think, as well. So now, we can't discuss jamming like a sort of lecture. We can, however, look at it. So I'm going to show you some people jamming, and then we might have another go. Here is a piece of jamming coming up. A few years ago, I was invited by a friend of mine who's the HR director of the British Museum, and he also runs the Scouts in Kent. And he said, would you like to run a jam for 2,000 Scouts? And what's your answer to that? You should have said no, actually. You should say no. But I went, yeah, all right then. So we drove off down to the bottom of Kent, and we got there, and there was all these kids looking at people of my age, think, oh, I can't. Anyone watch The In-Betweeners with their children? Some of the language they were using was the sort of language that they use on that, about these old men turning up with guitars. And for a while, they sort of just stood back and sort of, because the Scouts love things that involve them, don't they? It's not like rubbing sticks together anyway. They like participation. But through the secret ingredient that I provided them with, which I'll show you in a minute, this is what happened after they came up to me about an hour and a bit into this. They said, do you know Gay Bar? And I said, no, I don't actually. I said, how does it go? And they said, it goes D, C, and A, which for a musician is a recipe. You might not, it's not maybe Six Sigma level of detail, but I said, yeah, okay. And I said, you know the words, do you? Yeah, sort of. So this is what happened. There's a punk rocker coming up now. They took over. The stage nearly collapsed. And I thought, Scouts are okay. They're good. So, structure, improvisation and audience, it's possible. That's proof of concept in terms of watching a screen. I wonder if we can get proof of concept by trying it out now. Would we like to try playing the blues? You know how the blues goes. Woke up this morning, the server was down. That's the new business blues. Had some Starbucks, some PCBs, and whatever other language. If anyone can get some PCB sort of ICT language into this, that's got to be brilliant. If you could get some of your jargon into this, I'd be very pleased. Anyone fancy coming up and now playing the blues? I'm not going to just pick on you, but we know you're there, but there's some other guitarists out there and other people. And I need a singer, at least. So first of all, can we have a singer, please? Someone's going to sing that with a bit of passion. Are you it?
No, I'm singing.
Are you urinating? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, you're coming up to do something else. Excellent.
Yeah.
Guitar?
Yeah.
Okay. Take your guitar. Your name is?
Ken.
Ken, hello Ken. Give him a big hand, please. You'll need one of those. Oh, he's got one with him. We got a sax player? Yeah, okay. You want a guitar, do you?
I'll have a go at the guitar.
Right. I might have to give this one. So you are Ben and Ken. Ben and Ken. So that's the name for a band. I'm going to find you an amp. Have you got a singer here? Steve Driver, a good singer. Bring it on. Bring it on, brother. Steve Driver, you going to sing? Come on. How do you feel? I'll leave one there for Fred or Jade, whatever his name is. And you're on as well. You might have to fake it, my friend.
Oh, you playing on guitar because
I am, but I'll give you another one. No, have that one. No, that's been burnt by Bill Nelson. We need some percussion. Percussion, please. Who's going to play this?
My daughter.
Okay. Thank you.
Come on.
River dance gear. More rock gear. Someone play one of these? Keep us in time. Pass that around, see if we can get that working.
Jolie.
If you're not skilled and you think you can play the egg shaker, you're guaranteed not to be heard. Anyone fancy the egg shaker?
Yeah, Jolie's up.
You can stay there or come up, it's up to you, sir. The tin, I'll leave the stuff here. Get yourself organised, we're going to get going.
Am I using this?
You will, yeah. You might need to move it, Steve. Thank you. That'd be great. We're going to go in G, chaps. Is that okay with you?
We've got dances and percussion coming up.
Yes, all right, well, I'm just doing the guitar.
Jolie's not.
We don't see that much volume. Oh, he has got volume. There is a stand, yeah. You'll just have to fake it. Nobody's going to notice. It's not a recording session.
Is it? I'm not sorry.
Right, we ready, guys? Girls?
Jimmy, you're all warmed up.
You can be acoustic, I reckon, with that thing. You've got the... Have you got more volume then? You've had to go anyway. You've got the... You sure you've got it all up? Well, we're not going to worry because it's not going to be recorded. This is not going out on YouTube, I don't think. Gee, you've got it now. Right, we're going to sort of do the verse and then we'll go around the instrumentalist and that. It'll be about 10 o'clock by the time we've done that. So we're going to get the rhythm going first with the thing, and I'm going to set this off. So I'm going to cheat. away from there. Shake it, David. That's nice. Go. It's not bloody Eric Clapton, baby King, ain't it?
I woke up this morning and my server was down. Well, I woke up this morning and my server was down. I had me 6 fingers of Starbucks, but the sugar was brown.
That's solo. Yes, sir.
Okay.
More dirty. More dirty. Next verse. Lay back.
My PCBs ain't too pleasing with all this quantitative easing.
Okay.
Well, I just can't get this working. I got my leadership blues.
Sax solo. Come on, look, get into it. Come on, you know what I want. You know what I want. Take it right down. Take it right down. Keep going. Come on. Last verse.
I woke up this morning and my server was down. Yeah, I woke up this morning and my server was down.
Come on, everyone.
But the sugar was brown.
Oh, he's off on another one. Thank you. We'll do a bit later. Sorry about the sound balance.